Hi, I hope you're having a wonderful day today. As you can tell from the title of this video, I am going to be sharing with you what I consider to be the dark side of being a YouTuber. On my last video, I shared just two negative aspects of what YouTubers have to deal with. Just shared two comments. Most of you were absolutely shocked. A lot of you knew all this that went on. But there's just a lot behind the scenes. Most YouTubers do not address this. I myself have never addressed this. It's a video I've wanted to make for a very, very long time. But the reason I haven't and the reason most don't is because you don't want to give these trolls a voice. But I figure I have a platform and I have a bigger voice and I'm going to use it today. Going along with my theme, I've got on all my black and gold jewelry today to go along with the dark side. Not everything that I'm going to say today is going to be negative. I want to start with several positives. The first positive I want to start with is huge thank you so much to you all who left comments on my last video. I did not expect that at all. All the encouragement to continue my channel or just nice words of, you know, about how you have enjoyed different videos or different aspects of the channel, and I thank you so much. So many people commented who have never left a comment before, and a lot of YouTubers commented and said that they're feeling similar things as well, and I thank you all so much. I thank you so much. So I was going through my subscriptions on YouTube because not a lot of people are showing up in my feed anymore, and I'm like, what is going on with that? So I start scrolling through and clicking on names. At least 8 people that I'm subscribed to, channel is gone, no content, they have left, and I'm sure for similar reasons. There's one particular YouTuber I know why she left, and I know exactly what drove her away, and it was this dark side, and I really enjoyed her content, and it was sad to see her go. Before we get into that, I do want to say, as I said in the last video, I've been dealing with this. I didn't say this part, but I've been dealing with this for 4.5 years. This has nothing to do with if I will or will not continue the channel. It is, unfortunately, it's there. It just is. But if you're considering starting a YouTube channel, I wish I had known all this stuff, because maybe it would have prepared me in the beginning to deal with it better. So I do have notes so I don't just ramble, and I do have a pen so I can mark off, you know, what I have said. Another super positive, I have met the most lovely people from all over the world. I can't even begin to name all the countries, but I would have never ever had the chance to get to talk to you all. So I think that's just great. There's a great sense of community. The good, oh, it so far outweighs the bad. It so much does. The good comments, all the positives, in general, overall outweigh the bad. So that's a really good thing. I also wanted to mention, I have been asked several times, because I had to film that last segment so quickly that I didn't give an update. I should have done that video in 2 separate videos. I hadn't planned on talking so long about possibly exiting YouTube, and I really think the 10 tips for asking yourself about buying a bag are really good ones. They are what I'm using right now, but what I didn't say is currently that family member is doing amazing. God is blessing our family in so many wonderful ways, and this person is never going to be well, but God is good and doing amazing. So thank you for those who asked. So let's get into a little bit about just like the backside of what it takes to make videos, you know, then we'll get into the negativity, and I am going to do a reaction style. I did get a novel. I got another novel on that last video. Every comment was nice. There were 3 weird ones and a novel. So I'm going to react to what this person says as I read it, and then I will give give what I actually wrote back to the person. So what it takes to make a video. So far today, I probably have, let me see what time it is. I have well over an hour invested into this today, and I can't see the timestamp. I don't have my glasses on. And by the time I finish filming this and then have to edit it in my computer, upload it to YouTube, edit it in YouTube, make a thumbnail. So this is a very, very simple video, and it will take a minimum anywhere between 3 to 4 hours. Now, if you're talking a video where I have my iced tea, I'm not going to spill my iced tea, but I'm going to spill tea. Y'all might want to get a drink because this might be long. But if I'm using props, you know, because I don't keep, there's not a wall of bags behind me or anything. So if I'm showing mod shots, what fits in a bag, comparing bags, anything like that, that's a lot more work. And then especially like, you know, the mod shots, because you got to move the camera and you've got to make sure you have on a nice outfit, model the bag, turn the camera around, show what fits, and then afterwards clean up. Also, the room that I'm in, this is my office. It's also a guest room, and I could leave my equipment up, but I don't like to because I come in here and work a lot at my desk. It's messy. There's, you know, huge light kits everywhere. So a little something to think about. You know, it does take quite a bit of time to do a video. I used to do a little bit of modeling in some commercials in my way younger days. It was nothing spectacular. Don't get excited. You won't be able to find them. They were like PSAs, for those of you not in the United States, public service announcements for like, do you know where your kids are tonight? Different commercials like that. That was so easy. Somebody else was filming. Somebody was saying, Melinda, stand here, turn here, walk here. There's other people with you. You know, that was easy. This is 100% me. I have to come up with the content. I have to talk about the content. I don't have a script. I do have some notes today, but that's, you know, I have to do the lighting, and I have to do the editing. And another really positive about this is I have learned a lot of skills that I never had before. And whether or not they're ever actually going to be useful to anything other than YouTube, it's always good to learn new things. So I'm getting better every year at editing. Mine is by no means spectacular, but I'm proud of what I can do there. So, and I try to respond to every comment. I really make a strong effort to do that. I don't always succeed, but I try very, very hard. I was telling my daughter, she had me over for lunch the other day, and I was telling her how many comments were on this video. And I'm like, I'm trying to respond to them all. And she's like, Mom, she's like, you don't have to do that. No YouTuber does that. And I said, but they took the time to write me, so I at least want to at least put a heart. But if you have a heart, it means I read your entire comment. Some comments get lost through the cracks, especially on older videos. And if you write me something really weird, I don't know what to say back to you. But she's like, how long did it take you to respond to everybody? I said 5 days, and I'm still getting comments on that video today, which I'm going to share one of those with you later because it was kind of strange. But yeah, I try very hard. As I told you in that last video, somebody was accusing me of a video disclaimer on my birthday video. I forgot to put in the funny part of that. I don't do disclaimers. I'm never going to do disclaimers. I don't have to justify myself, but I did always do disclaimers when my beautiful, sweet Lola was in the room. So this is going to make y'all laugh. I don't hear very well. Some of you may know that who have been with me for a while, and I'll be in the living room with the whole family and everybody would just start laughing. And I'm like, what is so funny? And they're like, Lola just farted. So she did that during a few videos, and people wrote down below, okay, I know what you're doing. I didn't want you guys sitting here thinking I'm being absolutely disgusting. So she snores, she makes noises, she would grunt. So I always was like a little bit aware that I might not hear her funny noises, and you all might, because my washing machine is nowhere near this room, and somebody heard it go off during a video once. I did not, so I'm trying to do that. So I get a lot of DMs and emails asking for advice and this and that, and I try to respond to as many of those as I possibly can. If I can be of help, I try very hard to respond. Some of the things that I get asked though are things that you could just look up on Louis Vuitton, like measurements, and I just don't have the time to be measuring things all day long and weighing things all day long. I would love to be able to be that helpful. I personally don't have that kind of time. I get asked, can I put on this particular necklace, show it on all 3 links, show it with and without the pendant on my neck? I don't have time. I would love to. I don't have time. Just a little tip for things like that, even if you don't have a boutique in your area, if you will call the boutique up, they are happy to do that for you, because I don't have any of these boutiques in my area, and they send me pictures all the time, which I greatly appreciate. So I really do try, if I can help, to you know, share information. I had a lady reach out to me, I don't know if it was last week or the week before. She was wanting to buy the Cartier Love Cuff, and her sales associate was just absolutely rude to her and told her it only worked on certain kinds of wrists. I've never heard that before. So many of you have told me you've bought the Love Cuff. She showed me a picture of it on her. It looked perfect on her. And you know, she ended up purchasing it. I'm like, you need a new sales associate first of all, but I thought it looked very nice on her. But if I can help, I do try. I would love, you know, we talked about a little bit on that last video, and if you didn't watch that one, I will link it down below with a timestamp where I start talking about YouTube. And I had talked a little bit about my children, and that people have gone after my children in the past. I would love to share that part of my life with you, because that is my life. That is really, that's my life. Not jewelry, not things. It's like my family. And I got so many of you with the first wedding asking for pictures. I would have loved to have shared all of that. I thought it was a lovely wedding. We're planning wedding number 2. I would love to share all of that, but I will never put anything, like I said, other than their hands on the internet ever again. I won't. And that bothers me, because that's like such a huge part of my life that I feel like I can't share. And yeah, just ugly people have taken that, you know, away from me, where I feel like I can share it. Okay, so let's get into the comments that that we have to deal with. So on the last video alone, I had 2. One of them said, and this one I got this morning, said, "You're very low energy, you need to take a break." I don't know if this person has ever watched me before, because this is about what it is. I know when I first started filming, I think inside my head that I am really loud and really bubbly and giggly, and I picture a whole different person. I don't anymore now that I've done YouTube for so long. I know what I sound like now. Well, no, that's not true. We'll get into that. But when I watched my first video, it was on comparing the Speedy Bee 25 in monogram versus Damier Ebene. And I watched it back and I'm like, I'm so quiet and I'm so calm and I'm so soft-spoken, and I'm like, well, that's annoying. You know, I really thought I was bubbly and fun. So I guess this is just my energy level. So, oh, but getting into that, I was at dinner at my other daughter's house, having dinner with her, my son-in-law, and my husband, and I'm at the table just chattering, and I'm like, am I being really loud? And all 3 of them look up at once, they're like, no, I can barely hear you. So I can't help that. Another one, like I get a lot of these. This was another one on this last video. The only thing the person had to say to me is they would like to see my hair parted on the side with side swept bangs. Okay, that's not gonna happen. I like it down the middle. One video I got, the color of that shirt looks beautiful on you, but I hate your nails. Your nails not so much. Okay. And one of them I got all caps, blue nails, so distracting, annoying. I don't know if it was the same blue I have on today or what, but it annoyed her greatly that I had these blue nails. So you do get mean comments. You do. I've been getting them, like I said, for 4.5 years. I've been dealing with this. I knew a person once who lives in Arizona, and she told me, you deserve what you get because you're putting yourself out there. I highly disagree with her, and that's part of why she's somebody I used to know. But I completely disagree with her. I'm not doing anything controversial. I'm not doing anything mean or angry or hateful. I don't have any kind of topics that should cause, you know, bad feelings in anybody. I don't like fishing. I think fishing is boring. It's boring to me. I don't watch fishing videos and then, you know, comment, I hate fishing, you know. I just don't. So it's like, I don't understand watching something that's going to trigger you in, not that fishing triggers me, but I don't get it. But so I don't think people deserve hate. I really don't. So I don't have, my daughter said it would be really funny, both of them, if I would do like a compilation of sharing the mean comments. I don't have a whole lot of them saved because it's not something you want to go back and reread. And I was really surprised I had this one, and I only found this one because I was looking for a picture of Lola and I was scrolling through. So this comment, I'm not gonna do a reaction with this comment. This comment's pretty short and to the point, but I'm gonna give you some backstory on why this comment bothered me, and I will share my reply to this person. So this person had been with me for quite a long time. And this was last year with my birthday haul video. My birthday is in the end of June. I didn't share this video or put it up until like August 4th or August 5th, which is not like me. I usually do my birthday videos pretty quickly. I did not share a dollar amount on my birthday. I've never shared a dollar amount in my entire life till my birthday. This year, I highly doubt I ever do it again. But hey, I turned 50, it was fun. But so I didn't share a dollar amount, any of this. So now you know the backstory of the ICU and this family member being very ill and last year being very rough. What you don't know is this family member came over for 4th of July and was very, very sick with pneumonia, with no medication. And when people are chronically ill, they will sometimes put off going to the doctor. I'm like, you know, we need to stop 4th of July. We need to go to the walk-in. We need to do something. And just, it wasn't going to happen. And of course, I was so worried. This person shouldn't get pneumonia. I'm terrified of COVID. All this is going on in my head. I have a lot on my plate. My daughter is a registered nurse. If you follow me, you do know that. She was at the time working in one of the largest hospitals in Nashville. And it was scary. It was very scary. They didn't have proper PPE. They were reusing N95s. And if the N95 does not seal to your face properly, I mean, she would explain this to me scientifically. And I was just terrified. You know, every single day. And Lola was sick almost all of last year. I had a lot on my plate. So she comes at me with this comment. And with these comments, I am only going to give the first part of the user's name because I'll just do that to be respectful to them. So she writes me, her name is Jennifer. She writes me, in all due respect, Melinda. So I am going to stop. I am going to do a little reaction to this part, even though I do write this to her later, but I am going to share this with you. If you ever need to start a sentence with anybody, with all due respect, I don't mean to be rude, you know, any of those are disclaimers. If you ever need to put your disclaimer in, you're going to disrespect the person or you're going to be rude to them. So do what your mama taught you. And don't say it at all. I mean, seriously. So, in all due respect, Melinda, I am a fan of yours, and I think you are a lovely person. However, so here comes the disrespectful part. However, I don't understand how you can't find joy when you spend $20,000 at Hermes. There are families in this country that are struggling to pay rent/mortgage and feed their families. Your purchases are lovely, and I hope you wear them in good health. But please be grateful for all you have and be happy. Life is short, God bless. So let me back up a little bit again. The beginning of that video, I said it's taken me a very, very long time to put this video up because I've really been struggling to find joy in every single day. I think everybody was struggling to find joy last year. It was an awful year for everybody. And this year, today, just watching the news, it's heartbreaking. There's still so many people suffering and so many bad things going on. It's just terrible. So my response to her is, I'm not going to give you an explanation of my life. And then I give her an explanation of my life. So anyways, Jennifer, first of all, if you ever need to start a sentence with "in all due respect" or "I don't mean to be rude," you should keep it to yourself. I don't owe you an explanation of my life. And then I give her an explanation of my life. I don't know why. I don't mean to sound like I am ungrateful for my life at all. My family member, and I did write who the family member was, but is very seriously ill. Please don't judge me. You really do not have any idea what my life has been like this year. A lot of my time has been spent in hospitals in the ICU, hoping the worst won't happen. Yes, life is very short. I'm aware of that this year more than ever. If material things are all that make you happy, then all the best to you. I'm not that shallow. I did not spend 20K either. Not that that is any of your business. God bless you too. So many things here. First of all, I had, probably because of her, a lot of guilt anytime I felt depressed last year. I am very, very grateful for everything that I have in my life. But, you know, when I lost my dog, I didn't pull out my handbags. They're not going to make me feel better. If you lost a family member, it's not going to make you feel better because you own something from Hermes. It's just, I've been saying from day one on my channel, things don't make you special. They don't make you anybody. They don't make you happy. They don't make you, they don't make you anything. You know, it's our relationships, and it's so much deeper than that. But I'm allowed to have feelings. You're allowed to have feelings. We're all allowed to have feelings. And I think what bothered me the most, this person had been with me for years and had always written nicely. So why not just take a moment and say, Melinda, you have, you know, 'cause I get her point. You got all this stuff. Why are you struggling to find joy? You have all these beautiful things. You should be happy. What is going on? Like, she could have worded it differently. Like, instead of just telling me I'm wrong, I'm not allowed to have feelings. I know she didn't know anything that was going on because I didn't share it. But why not just take a second to ask somebody? Like, instead of just judging, why not ask what somebody else is going through? Because we all have our things that we're going through. So yeah, that was that one from birthday last year. And then from birthday this year, this one is a novel of gargantuan proportions. This is just part of it, and there's several pages. So this one I am going to do the reaction as I go along, because she has a whole lot of things she does not like about me. And again, she says I'm nice. I don't understand this concept. Like, these people write me these things, and I think you're lovely. I think you're nice. I think you're sweet. But I can't stand everything about you. So why write me at all? I don't get it. Okay, so her name is Toffee, and we will leave the last part off. And if you like Toffee, Miss Toffee, since you are in California, Disneyland has the best. It's really good. So, sorry, I'm getting thirsty. This is a lot of talking. I don't understand when you say things don't matter, when you show off how many gifts you will get for one occasion, ... Who needs 3 necklaces, ... I do. I love necklaces. I love them. So there's like the grammar in this, and there's like between about everything this person says, there's at least 5 to 20 dots. So I will just say dot, but there's a lot more dots. So most people are happy with 1. I'm not. I love jewelry. It makes me happy. I have 2 bracelets on today. It makes me happy. Why do you show off every gift you get? And we went over this in the last video. You buy the least expensive piece in Bulgari or Van Cleef & Arpels or whoever just to own a piece. I don't know who whoever is, but I have certainly never shopped in whoever. But if you don't like my jewelry pieces, don't buy them. I love them. I love what I've picked out, and I didn't pick things out based on price. I love them. If you don't, that's fine. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't hurt my feelings. I didn't design them, so, you know, but I like them. So, okay, getting back into it. I was shocked at some of your videos with so many presents. And again, there's dot, 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 dot through all of this. You could, with all caps, show only one of them, whole bunch of dots. I don't get it, a billion dots and a comma. I am not being mean, just observant. Oh, you're being mean. You're being very mean, and you get meaner. You are being mean. So, okay. Can you imagine really wealthy country club society women, those women who lunch, going on YouTube to show off anything? Yes, I can. There's a lot of them on here. There's some really, really wealthy people on YouTube, actually. Yes, I can. I watch some of them. They don't have to prove how wealthy they are. Neither do I, and I've never tried, and I never will, and I've never said I'm wealthy. Not once. Not once have I ever said I'm wealthy. Or rich. I've never said that either. Not once. A whole bunch of dots. They grew up in luxury. Whole bunch of dots. An expensive bag or watch does not give a woman class. This is true. I agree with you. Absolutely does not. Whole bunch of dots. I grew up in Beverly Hills and graduated from Beverly Hills High, as did my son, and I have seen it all. So, this woman has commented to me several times in the past, and I can tell from her comments she's older than me. So, she's at least 50 plus, and she is bragging to me about her graduation from her public high school. I don't get it. Like, do you want me to be impressed? I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand that at all. And her son, that's great. He graduated too. I mean, I could give you the zip code of where I graduated from. I didn't grow up in Nashville. It's a nice zip code too. Who cares? Nobody cares. It's high school. I have to throw this in because it's just high school. High school does not matter. I had a teacher once that told me in junior year, do not let prom be the accumulating event of your life. Like, seriously, there's more to life than high school. So she's hung up on her high school, so that's okay. I remember when Beverly Hills was a quiet, affluent city. So I gotta get on another page there because it keeps going. Okay, so let's see where we're at. A quiet, affluent city. Okay, it is at the top. That is how much she wrote. Wow. We lunched, whole bunch of dots. We lunched at the Polo Lounge, La Scala, the Mandarin, etc. Whole bunch of dots. Tea at the Bel Air Hotel, whole bunch of dots. No, we don't have to show up, dot, 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 dot. We know what we have and love and enjoy. That's great. Good for you. I'm glad you know what you have, you love, and you enjoy, and I'm glad you like going out to lunch. I like going out to lunch too. So do my girlfriends. We like lunch. Ladies like lunch, don't we? Don't you like lunch? I remember seeing an influencer and you going on shopping sprees, dot, 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 dot. Why in Beverly Hills? You don't live there, neither does she. Dot, 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 dot. I don't know. Going on vacation with a friend? That's weird. It's really weird. Who does that? Who goes on vacation, especially with your friend? I don't live in Beverly Hills. I should never be allowed to go there. I bought things in Paris. I bought things in London. I bought things in Miami. I guess I need to return everything from everywhere where I don't live because I don't live there. Who goes there? Who does that? Who meets their friend and goes there and does that? So anyways, okay, here we go. I don't know you. No, you don't. You seem nice. Thank you. But I thought you all were really in a contest who can outdo the other. I watched it and found it amusing. We didn't buy anything that trip, so that's interesting to me. But I addressed that in the comment. I'm glad I amuse you. That's great. I was just, oh my goodness. I love and own beautiful pieces. That's why I enjoy watching. So after all this slamming of me, I'm nice and she enjoys watching me. Okay. It's funny some girls asking advice as they're buying their first Louis Vuitton, dot, dot, dot. It's just too much, dot, dot, dot. Just because you buy lots of stuff does not make one an expert, dot, dot, dot. Anyway, just my observations. I wish you well. Enjoy your family. I am a caregiver 24/7 for my brilliant husband suffering from dementia, Alzheimer's. It is breaking my heart. So then she goes into 100% all caps. about her husband and yelling at me about it. And she had written on a previous video that her husband was ill, and I addressed that and told her, you know, I'm very sorry. She's written several other videos. I know I think I've said this before, but I don't remember if I said what she says. Usually it's very negative. Usually she's bragging about what she owns and putting me down because I don't own the same things. But I did tell her previously I'm very sorry about her husband. I did not address him today. I don't know why she's shouting at me about him today. Her last sentence is, life is unpredictable. Yeah, I know it is, and I truly do feel bad that that her husband has Alzheimer's. That's awful, and I'm sure being a 24/7 caregiver is awful too. But you don't need to lash out at me. I didn't do anything to you at all, so I don't understand it. But here's my comment back, and she deleted her comment, by the way, as did Jennifer. I left the comments up. I guess they were expecting me to be nicer. I don't know, but you know the background, and you know, why are you coming at me? I didn't do anything to you. I don't understand, but okay. So here's my response. But you are being mean. Just because you say you aren't doesn't make it true, mean girl. I don't give a crap if you get it. I really don't. I really don't. You are right, you don't know me. Thank you for bragging about your life to me. I'm not impressed at all, and I do not care what any woman, wealthy or not, chooses to show on YouTube or anywhere else. Beverly Hills was a vacation. Have you never been on one? We bought nothing and there was no video, so you have zero clue what you're talking about. Which is true of this entire ridiculous comment you left me. I highly suggest you take your angry, mean self and go find some videos about kittens or puppies. You are no expert on me or life, and this boring long novel was of no value to me. But thank you so much for thinking I'm nice, capital LOL. And I did not put any ... in anything. She didn't appreciate that. She deleted her comment. But I mean, this stuff happens, and it's like, seriously, it is the weirdest. I just think it's so weird. It's bizarre to me. Why would you take your time? And somebody wrote me on the last video, and it was quite short. And she's like, I don't know why anybody would take time to write such a long thing. She's like, I like your videos. I appreciate them, or something. She wrote something very nice, and she's like, I'm already bored of writing. And I just cracked up. I'm like, that's hilarious. I'm already tired of writing. I don't want to write anymore. And it's like, I don't understand. I get them a lot. I don't get it. But, you know, it is what it is. And, yeah, there's been a lot of comments, and it's not as often now. Now I tend to get more like those, like giant novels that people think that they know everything about my life. I used to get like short, nasty ones a lot. They happen here and there. But those ones, you know, block, delete. And also, I wasn't going through the things that I've been going through. So, I don't know. It's meaningless, but so many about my husband. Oh my goodness, so many about my husband. For the most part, these have stopped. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, if they've done something to their algorithm, or not their, I don't know if it'd be the algorithm, but I don't know if they have things blocked, but I don't get cursed out particularly often anymore. So I don't know if they if they filter through when people are calling you these kind of names, but I did used to get that. I got called a gold digger multiple times with my husband. We met when I was 17, he was 18. We started dating when I was 18 and he was 19, and got married when I was 20, he was 21. We are about to celebrate our 30th wedding anniversary, and he's the gold digger. I had an apartment full of furniture. I had a bank account. He didn't have a job or a bank account. He's the gold digger, not me. So I got all these comments about how I ruined his trip to Paris and London. I didn't. He had a good time. He's into sports. That's what he's into, and he's got to do some amazing things. He got to go to 2, not 1, but 2 winning World Series for the Boston Red Sox, which is his favorite baseball team. And he also got to fly with his favorite team and go 2 or 3 games, I can't remember. He still brags about the private plane, and it sounds lovely. It really sounds lovely. But London and Paris was my World Series, and he knew this, so I didn't ruin his trip. Let's see, I got one. He only buys you nice things because he's sleeping with somebody else, but they didn't use the word sleeping. Sleeping with somebody else on his business trips. They didn't use the word sleeping. I'm the one that goes with him on the business trips, so I'm not sure what to say about that. Oh, you cannot breathe. I cannot stand your voice. You cannot breathe. I can't breathe sometimes. I mean, seriously, like, I'm always clearing my throat or coughing or something. I have so many allergies living here in Middle Tennessee, and I am on every allergy medication I can get, and I can't win. One day my voice sounded nice, I guess, because somebody's like, your voice even sounds different on this video. It's like, I can't win. I can't win with my voice. And then, you know, there's always, you have to think about, you know, your security and your safety. And there are people who are, you know, really want to find out personal, private information about you. And I don't understand that. I was talking to my dear friend Andrea about that, and there is somebody who has been actively put my pen down, I'm like waving it all over the place. There is someone who has been actively trying to find out what my husband does for a living for 3.5 years. Stop it. Leave me alone. It doesn't affect you on any level. It doesn't matter what he does. It doesn't matter if he has an umbrella stand, and it doesn't change your life on any level. But what my friend Andrea was talking with me about is she remembers some of my very earliest videos where he asked, the only thing he asks about YouTube is to be private. He doesn't mind if I talk about him, but he doesn't want to be on here. He doesn't want to show his face. Doesn't want to talk about his job. He wants no part of it. I've even tried to get him to do videos with me where, like, he'll be, you know, you won't see him, and I'll like have him rate bags or judge this or something, and he's like, no, heck no, I don't want anything to do with it. So, you know, there is that aspect as well when you are sharing luxury things and you have people trying to find out your private information. I'm not that nosy, I guess. I don't care what anybody does for a living. I don't care how anybody pays for anything. The only thing I care about is, you know, what I'm doing, and you know, I'm taking care of myself. And then the last point that I want to make, and somebody said something that I meant to make this point in the last video and I forgot, and somebody said it must be getting hard to come up with content when you're pretty much at purse piece. And there are, you know, like I said, 2 more bags that I would like to get. I don't think it's probably going to happen. All these fashion houses are so, they're crazy now. You got to be somebody, and I am nobody. But if it doesn't happen, my bank account will be extremely happy. If it does happen, I have gone through my list of 10 things, and I think they would be great additions. But yeah, I kind of am, you know, like I said, almost at purse piece. And I feel like the movie Forrest Gump, I feel like Bubba, who for 4.5 years has been talking about shrimp. And then there's shrimp sandwich, and that's it. You know, it's like, I feel like there's a handbag here, there's a handbag there, here a handbag, there a handbag, you know. And some of my bags are getting older, like my Louis Vuitton Montaigne BB, I'm pretty sure that's discontinued. My Dior Diorama, it is discontinued. How many more videos can I do on those bags? They're not relevant anymore. And I've already done the videos on those bags. So do you know what I mean? It's like, I'm just trying to figure it all out. I definitely have one more video. It should be up next week. Then I am gonna pull back for a little bit. I'm gonna think things over, decide what I want to do. This was cathartic. This is something I wanted to do forever. Just, you know, at the end of the day, let's all just, you know, step back, and we don't need to tell people that we don't like them. It's just not necessary. But I guess they like me on some level, right? Because I'm sweet or nice or something. I don't get it. But I hope that you have an amazing day today, and I hope to see you back here next week. And I will, like I said, if if the decision is to completely pull back, I will make a short exit video and I will let you know. But thank you again for the comments on the last video. I cannot thank you enough for the kindness. It was really, really sweet. It meant a lot to me. Talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.